Ah, there you are, friends. Hi, Doc South. Whoa, man. I came crawling home last night, Sunday evening. I think it was about 11 o'clock. In fact, it might have been later than, in fact, yeah, it might have been actually later than that. I slinked into the house, slithered across the living room rug and up into bed. And next thing I know, it was morning. Oh, I was so tired. I did an awful lot of work yesterday. Oh my gosh! And but in most cases, I rather enjoyed myself. I did well. I did a car show for the town of Newton, New Jersey. Yeah, they had a nice, a little show. I think we had 50, 60 cars, something like that. But that's all right. It everybody had a ball. It was part of their, I believe, their Spring Street Fall Festival. Yes, I'm pretty sure that's what they called it. And Spring Street was near the parking lot where the car show was. People could walk through a very nice alley and get up to the festival and see what was cooking there, and or the people in the festival could come down and look at the car show. It was, oh no, it was pretty cool. And I was providing the music, and I had a good time. I really did. It threatened rain a few times. I think we had a little snivy of drizzle here and there, but all in all, weren't too bad. Uh, what was cool is some guys brought a dragster. Yeah, a very street illegal dragster into the into the into the lot, and they fired it up a few times. No, they didn't race it. Oh my God. That thing would be going the speed of sound by the time it got to the end of the parking lot. And I mean, I don't think I don't think that would have been a good idea, but it was pretty cool, and everybody was gathered around that. Of course, yeah, they had to start it up, and those things usually don't have mufflers, so heaven help you when they rev it. And I guess that car gives a pretty good account of itself at various drag strips throughout the area. That was kind of fun. They had me playing, and uh, refreshments were up there on Spring Street. All the different street vendors and such were there knocking out all sorts of goodies. And there's restaurants up there too. So all in all, it was nice. And I was just thinking, that's probably my last car event of the year. And actually, this year, well, I had Jumboland, which was nice. Oh, other as a cruise night for Jumboland. Didn't have any. Oh, and then Quality Automotive in Blairstown. That worked out as a very nicely growing new cruise night. There were other car shows. All in all, it wasn't too bad. It wasn't like, say, 10 years ago. There was times 10 years ago where I'd have sometimes 4 or 5 cruise nights a week. Yeah. And he, that was fine because it was good money, and the car shows and the cruise nights are fun, but there weren't as many this year. I guess again, COVID concerns. But actually, if I would think a cruise night or a car show is actually a reasonably safe event. You mask up, get your vaccination. I imagine they're as safe as anything you could do, and they are kind of fun, very nostalgic. It's funny too because I'm one of these guys that I'm old enough to remember when a lot of the cars that are now showing up at cruise nights as antiques, I remember when they were new. When Dinah Shore was in high heels in her evening gown dancing around the car singing Chevy for 57, or they'd unveil the car on her show exclusively and all. Oh, they'd make such a big deal of it. And they don't seem to do that much anymore, but that was, oh gosh, in the late 50s, you had to, you were, I can still see people the glued to the TV set to see what the brand new Chevy for 1957 was going to look like. It'd be under wraps for about, oh, I don't know, for about a month, prior to the unveiling date. and a very well kept secret, as I recall. I mean, if there was a way to see what it looked like, I didn't know as a kid what you had to do, but all in all, it was pretty neat. And again, all of a sudden, there'd be all this singing a chorus and dancers and stuff, and they'd all part part way, part of us to either, to either side, and there'd be this um, Chevy under a velvet blanket, and they'd lift it off. Oh my gosh, and you'd just be, oh, look at it, look at it, and it's only $1,000. that that was a lot of money in the 50s, and I don't think they were much more than that. I know my father would buy a perfectly good car for a grand or less, and was always very. But again, that was a pile of money, uh, big money back then. Now, gosh, that's getting your tires rotated, right? Or getting new tires. Oh my heavens! Yeah, times have changed, but ain't it something? Those cars were they were pretty neat. I know. I think back to riding the Pennsylvania Turnpike with my family. I would have been about 10, 11, 12 years old, something like that. And we were riding the turnpike to go out to see my mom's relatives, her family out in Pennsylvania. Looking forward to that, but the big thing was riding on that turnpike, and it was in the fall. And my brother Ed and I were looking for the brand new 1957 line of cars to be on the turnpike, and you'd be surprised, you'd see them. There'd be, oh gosh, there's a Plymouth, look at those tail fins, whoa, get that. And yeah, and our heads were spinning. We were looking for the cars, and we were also looking for the Howard Johnsons so we could get a hamburger. And it was amazing. And my father would be looking, oh, look at that Buick. Whoa, yeah. Buick for 57 or what have you. Now there's so few of them left, but still enough to make a car show interesting, though, aren't there? Anyway, I just thought I'd say, uh, cars, America has a real love affair for those things, and I don't blame them. They are pretty cool. Anyway, I just thought I'd say, I just wanted to thank all the people that had me do car shows this year. There's too many to name, and the cruise nights and such. I really did enjoy myself, and it was nice to see that some other DJs and stuff were getting their fair share of car shows and motorcycle nights too. That's good. It's been tough for DJs. Um, this with the COVID virus. There's not as many dances or weddings or events, church events, that kind of thing. Hoping next year will be better. And I'll be spinning some tunes a little more often. Okay. By the way, if you need to reach me for such a thing, well, you can message me on Facebook, Doc South Show, or you can email me, docsouthshow@yahoo.com. docsouthshow@yahoo.com. I wouldn't try to telephone me because I really don't quite know how this darn smartphone works. Yeah. I don't know how many times I've gone to check a number and it somehow deletes. So better to email me to the computer, docsouthshow@yahoo.com. Give me a phone number. I can call you. I think I can work that out. Okay, but so far these smartphones are way smarter than I am. Okay. Anyway, I just thought I'd say. I'll see you later. Thank you, friends, and God bless, and happy trails to you. Bye now.